in Nigeria, there's also a God factor. They cement it with God.
Having curiosity, discipline.
And that was the end of it.
Today we are exploring the disruptive mindset. And
I'm Mai Atafo, and I'm the founder of a fashion label called Atafo.
If I cannot be the best, I'll be the first.
I say, come here, I saw it before.
So good day, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Pivot Point podcast. Today we're exploring the topic of disruptive mindset. If you look at the history of the world, changes come with disruption, either economically, either geographically. There's always a disruption. There's a change, a generational change of wealth, of power, of resources. And today we are exploring the disruptive mindset. And right in the studio with me, I have a gentleman that needs no introduction. He's a household name, and I will not even try to introduce him because I believe I will do a disservice when I try to introduce him. But together with Mai is in the studio today. We're going to explore the disruptive mindset and how entrepreneurs can use this to leapfrog or create a new source of wealth, but also challenge status quo. Welcome, Mai, to the Pivot Point.
Thank you very much, Samuel. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. You want to say something about yourself, about what you're up to lately or something?
So we always talk like some people do not know us. So I'm Mai Atafo, and I'm the founder of a fashion label called Atafo, where we do menswear, womenswear, and bridal. And we've been in business full-time for 15 years now.
Yes.
Yeah. 15 years. Feels like it was yesterday, but 15 years, and it's been good. Because when I started, I said, if this doesn't work out, I'll go back to my 9 to 5. But we haven't gone back, so it means that this is working out. And for those that do not know, prior to that 15 years, I was working in corporate Nigeria, in fast-moving consumer goods, where I worked to the tobacco, British American tobacco. I also worked in Diageo for a total of close to 9 years in both institutions. For lack of a better word, that's where I cut my teeth into the world of marketing, business, sales, and everything that's helped me build the brand that I've built today.
Yes, that's a good intro, and I will add something on top. Because it's my own definition of who Mai is, if you allow me. And I was just saying just before the show that I find you to be a deep thinker. You're able to see beyond the surface. You're able to connect the dots in a way that most people cannot. And this for me is an attraction, definitely, but also your level of creativity. The way you are able to envisage things, combine what you see with your imagination and to create this, for me, unique strength. And for me, this is more important in a person, because with this type of skills, you can go anywhere you want to go.
True.
But then to have those, you need to be disruptive as well.
Yes.
And that's what we are talking about today.
Yes.
And for me, the first question today is, being disruptive, is it innate or is something you need to grind your teeth on?
Very good question. I think it's a bit of both. I think it's innate in its rawest form, right? But when it has to now make sense, it has to be organized and coordinated. And I've learned that through my career or through my working life, that there are some things that I saw when I was younger, when I started out, the way I would talk and the way I would act. The me now will look at that and laugh. Yes. If the me now was the boss of the guy then, I would tell him, calm down.
Take a pee.
I tell him, calm down. And, but working, I always say I'm quite lucky in the way my career did set out, because I did agric economics and extension in my first degree. Second degree was information systems and technology. So that's becoming what we call a tech bro now. Then I get a job from the UK to come back home to work in marketing. And And when I was interviewed, I think the guys that interviewed me and brought me back home, what intrigued them the most about me was the way that I reasoned. And at the point in time, I didn't know because I just went to this
Just
interview.
being Mai.
I wasn't looking for a job in marketing.
Actually,
I was just looking for a job.
Yep.
And they said you would do well in market research.
Yep.
And I thought, market research, that doesn't sound cool at all.
Yeah.
And I knew nothing about marketing. So I got into market research. My first job was a marketing information analyst.
Okay.
That was a cool name anyway. Very cool role.
Yeah.
But now you have to make sense of information that was in front of you. And there was a lot of information. And I had to pick information from customer, from consumer, from trade channels, and start making sense of it. So it was my job to analyze and provide insights and recommend action to the brand team. So all of a sudden, I had to start understanding what the brand team was doing for me to do my job. I had to understand what the trade was doing to do my job. I had to have what customer marketing was doing. I had to start consumers, So all of a sudden, you have to start learning what everybody is doing. So if you're the one that is the custodian of information, you're a bit more rounded. Then you have to start distilling to provide insights, then decisions. So I just realized that, wow, man, this road is deep. Now, within that, I used to think about different things that I can do, which is the distortion I'm talking about. If we build this system, we can do it, we can track that, we can track this, we can track. And I know once or twice my boss challenged me, which is quite interesting. We're doing research, and I said, do you trust these numbers?
Your boss was asking you.
I was asking him.
Oh, wow.
He said, why do you ask? I said, because if you ask me why I smoke a cigarette, I could just lie.
And the answer can differ based on the day of the week or the time of the day.
And I said, why would you lie? Do you have an incentive to lie? I said, I don't, but are you sure this agency even talked to the people? You know what he said? You know what? I wonder if they really do. So you know what you do for me? They're doing one right now.
You go check.
Go there and check to see if they talk to the people.
Go on the field.
I asked Ginger, yeah, I'm going to go. I'm going to...
They mystify this.
Know where the location was?
No.
Kano.
Okay.
Kano.
Okay.
I'm like, wow.
Okay.
But young, we drive and everything. I'm like, let's go to Kano.
I will say this true.
Got there, the agency, I got them. I went through their briefing form. Everybody, they were training the people that were going to ask questions. I was like, yeah. I was there correcting them, training them, back training. And they called me, what was the feedback today? Write me a report. I'll write a report. So-and-so person came late. And we did that. Then when they went to the field to do it, I'll follow a few of them to the field. And they're asking the questions and I'm listening. And actually asking the questions. They're asking and they're answering. I'm like, oh, wow. They're actually doing their job. At the end of the day, they'll come back. The supervisor will go through everything, collate it. I'm like, I said, they're doing it. He said, they are really doing it. I said, yes. If Kano is doing it right, what about Sokoto? What do you think? I'm like, that's the point. To Sokoto. Okay. Took how many hours drive to Sokoto? All these things I was doing because I was trying to uncover something that I believe that was possibly not be true. That was my drive. That was the drive, yeah. And I got to Sokoto. That was the first time I saw a camel. I was walking past gradually. We did the same thing in Sokoto. Perfect.
Same.
I slept in the most horrible hotels. I didn't care.
Yeah.
Because my mission was to prove these guys wrong. I wasn't checking to see if they were right. I knew they were wrong. I was trying to prove wrong. And you see, and I said that now to people that when you go for any master class or any talk, imagine if everything they told you was wrong. You have heard from the best of the best. Imagine all they told you was wrong. How will you find that they were wrong? You have to go and research. Then your research will make you realize that, okay, the person is not wrong. And I tell them, and this is just making sense to me because I say this now, but I didn't relate it to this story. See, there was a birthplace for this thing. So this is where it's just clicking to me that this is where it started. And I said that if they are right, go and listen more to them and try to prove them wrong.
Because in doing that, you're gonna learn yourself something.
You're gonna learn.
You're gonna find something.
And this is like a light bulb moment because I tell people that every day right now, even when I'm finished talking. But I didn't know that was what was driving me then.
This trip to Kano and Sokoto.
I came back when I told my boss everything that happened. He said he knew.
You knew?
Yeah, he knew that they were doing it.
Okay.
He knew they were always right.
Okay.
But it wanted me that if you go there and experience it yourself,
You learn something.
there's a different way you will talk about it because you have seen it. You didn't hear it. You saw
You've
it.
experienced it.
You've experienced it. So when you say destructive, that's the destructive me trying to do something different because I don't trust. That thing took me to as far as looking at the collecting of the numbers, how they started putting it behind the system they use to extrapolate numbers. It pushed me so hard, I went to University of Lagos to go and look for a master's in economics.
Really?
So I could learn statistics.
Statistics, wow.
Because I wanted to know exactly how you turn number to information, number to data, data to information. I wanted to know all those things. I wanted to know the X and the whole O's. It drove me that deep. So at a point in time, I stopped using words like everybody does this. Everybody. I can't say that.
There's nothing like that in statistics.
There's nothing like that. You start
Majority.
understanding what the
Most
numbers
people,
are saying.
yes, you can
You
say
know
that.
where it's gravitating towards. You don't just throw 50% of the. Now you understand what that could be, and that's how that pushed me through my career. So that was the basis. So it's quite interesting that you said that in terms of disruption. So I think that's my very early taste.
Early taste.
Of it in an organized environment. So whilst you are hot and you feel it in it, I think that the win is when it starts to make commercial sense. And I think that that's what it is for creatives in general, apart from the ones that doesn't make commercial sense are the ones that either monetize very big or don't monetize at all. So like a painting. Why is a painting $3 million? Right? Because your understanding behind the commerciality is not granular for everybody to understand.
Yeah, and maybe a few people appreciate it.
And a few people appreciate it. So right now, it may cost that much. Tomorrow, it may not be necessary. Art always appreciates, but sometimes it could just freeze. But apart from that, other creative endeavor, right, is understood granularly. And I say this is by the non-creative. The non-creative actually they are the ones that endorse to say this is creative. That's when it makes commercial sense. So I put out a new jacket and I painted yellow. And that's my creative mind speaking. Right? Someone is going to say, this is creative. So you know what? I will pay for it. But that person saying this is creative is a non-creative.
It's a non-creative.
He has to say you that you say your work is here. He is going to endorse it by saying, yes, it is creative. And for that creativity, I'm going to put this money
Value on it.
Value on it. Some people go, this guy's creative, but you know what? It's not really doing that for me.
Yes.
It's not enough to motivate me.
Yes.
Yes. So it's interesting that we say we've done creative work, but it's non-creative that actually endorses. It's a movie. The way we shot the thing was this, that. Let's see it.
And you think they are trying to compensate for something they don't have, and they are willing to pay for it.
Yeah.
Possibly.
So it is very, very interesting how the creative word is what pushes it is a non-creative word. The consumers are not creative.
I never saw it like
or are
that.
not as creative.
As creative, and that's why they gravitate towards it, because usually
It's like a magnet. It pulls.
Yes.
It actually feels something for them, and like, I like this. It's doing something. It's a new song. Oh my God, I like the way he did this in the song. If I don't know how to break it down, there's a feeling it gives me that I like. You know what? So you know what? I'll put value on it. Or I will pay the value you have put on it. I will accept the value you've put on it.
To be able to have it or to satisfy this curiosity in me
Yes.
or the feeling in me.
So it's quite interesting that you go to the highest place to only please the guy at the bottom in the creative funnel. You know, so it is. And I think talking about other things that have kind of like to that same question of if it's disruption is in it or is something you learn. When I got my first role in DRG was innovation manager.
Okay.
And it was 2006 and I was very excited. Like, oh my God, my chance to be creative, to do creative things, innovation. That means new and different and blah, blah. And when I got the job, I realized that the creative part of the job was 5%. 98% of the job was process. It was due diligence.
Yes.
It was
compliance.
Project management.
Project management, exactly.
It was I was just like, how did I get here? So you had this great idea that if we did a lager in blue, people will buy it. Okay, great. Start. So you do the research.
When you look at the end-to-end process to do that, even if there is a chance,
you'll be like, so this is what I have to do
to get the lager in blue.
To get that. You're like, wow. So once you even get it in blue, now you have achieved that. Will people like it? What kind of packaging do you put it for people to actually see the blue? Because guess what? Lager is either green or is a brown bottle. Now you've done this amazing blue liquid. How do I see it through the bottle? Now, if you do a clear bottle, would they accept a clear bottle? If the clear bottle is not a lager anymore, aren't you sure you just made an...
be able to offer you the solution that gives you the clear
So now this is a small spark of creativity. Look at what it's getting you to. You have to start making rational decisions of the creative bites that you had. You know? And you're moving left and right. So it has to still make sense. Now, the good thing, and to take it up to the next level, is the other thing I've learned about being disruptive is that it is only disruptive in another industry, not in the industry where it is a norm.
Where is it norm?
And I will explain that.
Okay.
When I worked in Diageo, we used to focus a lot on the consumers and how they consume the product. But away from how they consume the product, there's also a case of where they consume the product. So you have the consumer behavior, then you have the trade where it's consumed. So it's the bars, the restaurant, and da. You know that the bars are the ones that consume the more, restaurant a little bit, this. So we knew all that. But another thing we now had to look at was the occasions in which they consume. After work.
Yes.
So there was the 1759 campaign. After work is this time, so that works. But there was another one that changed even the consumer's behavior. It was the point whereby the consumer was not the customer. Where the consumer was not the one that actually made the purchase. Yes. He was just consuming. Yes. Consumer behavior changes.
Significantly.
Yes.
Than when the consumer is the same as the
customer.
So when you have like a case of mom going to shop for groceries as an example.
Yes.
The consumer behavior, it differs significantly from the
customer behavior. Yes. So what we now realize that when there were weddings, the person that says, I like my medium level lager, will be drinking premium.
Spot on.
Because I'm not paying for it.
Spot on.
So it means that is what he really likes. But he can't afford it. So he will say, this is the best.
For now.
Do you understand?
Yes.
And he will keep drinking that one.
Yes.
But you see, once his social status changes,
he's going
to move there.
To that side, yes.
Right? And that was very interesting. So weddings and parties changed behaviors.
Or exposed behaviors.
Yes. Then what he also did was that it was now an occasion where when you look at the consumption in that one occasion, that is not a trade location.
Okay.
It was very high.
It was very high.
Very high.
That's the power of place. In your an earlier analogy, the power
Yes.
of place, how it changes the consumption itself.
So I realized that, okay, that was good. So we always thought that weddings were a good place. So it's like, okay, come and buy our portfolio. We give you at this discount if you stock with our portfolio. So we started thinking, what else can you offer people within the portfolio so they don't have to go elsewhere? Because this event made them consume even more. Right? So it was a very big thing. And when I moved to clothing and I was making things for everybody and stuff, it hit me. It's an occasion.
It's an occasion, yes.
And the occasion where people would throw caution to the wind and engage. It was the same occasion. It was weddings.
It was a wedding case.
That's why I went into weddings.
Now I get it. Now I get it.
That's why I went into weddings.
Because for that occasion, first of all, price is relatively not the problem.
It's not the problem.
Because it's once you're gonna do it.
Yes.
And then maybe you will not do it again, but many other people behind you will do it. And on that occasion, you want to show off.
And you spend what you do not have.
You spend what you do not have.
And the sweetest part for me, it made me realize that to a large extent, I had only two customers, bride and groom. It didn't matter what the name of the groom is or what the bride is. It was the same script at every point in time that they came. So when you come in and you're a groom, I'm like, great, you're getting married. Okay, these are the options and this is what you should wear. It was the same script over and over again. So it didn't matter what groom's real name was. We had it. All we did was increase the vocabulary a little bit, increase the catalog a little bit. We are talking to the same person. If you gave us a chance, we knew what the end was going to be. We're just directing to that point.
Of course.
And for years, my business was sweet.
Based on this occasion.
Bravo. So I took something from
FMC.
an industry that was supposed to be the norm. We now know wedding. Yes. I took it to fashion. At the point in time, there were only 3 or 4 bridal designers in the country.
Okay.
I saw the size of the market. I saw the opportunity and I ran after it. You know, now within the fashion space, I was being disruptive.
Absolutely.
Because what I even did was, instead of just launching the bridal line, I had an event that mimicked a wedding.
Oh, really?
Yes. Okay. And the models will come as bride and groom. Okay. The invitation was the wedding company and Mai Atafo cordially invites you to this solemnization of this and that. It was like a proper wedding invitation card. It looked like you were coming for a wedding. We gave you colors of the day was this and this.
Ooh.
For the runway show.
Ooh.
So we had colors of the day. For guys was this, for girls it was this. Once you entered, all chairs were facing forward, and the MC was in front like the priest. Okay. Then when they introduced the couple,
really?
that was making a wedding. And people would turn around and look at the clothes, walk past you like this. Got to the front, you looked at them, and they turned around and they walked again like that.
Oh my God.
That's what we mimicked.
Wow.
The ones that came in dancing, they came with bridesmaids and groomsmen for every look.
Exactly what you say. You created a feeling. You created a feeling.
We put the product in where it is real habitat.
Yes.
That's what we did. We had music performance way back then by Bez, Waje, Yemi Alade, Obi-Wan, all performed like wedding. It was a whole wedding feeling and stuff. And this was when budget was even limited. Okay. So we did that in 2011. By 2013, we had a bit more gravities and we did that landmark. It was a small landmark tent then. I divided the hall into 2. I had the ceremony in one part of the hall with the same way we're doing it. Then when we're done, we now told people, thank you for coming. Now we're going for the reception. So people left the ceremony, walked out of the hall. Physically.
Oh, wow.
Because you had to give them the experience.
Yes.
And now walked into the other part of the hall, which now had banquet style
Band
seating.
boys, normal party setting.
And they all sat down the round tables. That's why we served them foods and everything and drinks.
Okay.
The runway was right in the middle. And we now reenacted the same thing. With the music performances from Tosin Martins, Timi Dakolo, and Sheishe. Waje was there again, Banky W. We put it in this right habitat. Interesting, I not remember the little things we did then. Banky came, performed the yes, no, go to the crowd, and proposes to somebody. And takes her backstage. Then they come back later, like husband and wife. You know, so it was disruptive. But you see, someone that does wedding every day is like, but this is what I do every day. But all of a sudden, it wasn't the wedding industry anymore. It was the fashion industry that saw it different.
The wedding offers the platform for fashion.
Yes.
And that's what you tap into.
So, and that was, I mean, if I did that today, it would still be disruptive.
I believe so.
Do you get what I mean? And that's what happens with disruption. So, in my own journey, I always look at other industries, either to cement what I think or to make me probe more. I have another example. Fashion shows, we do like 20 pieces, 40 pieces, 60 pieces. I've done 83 pieces before. 83 looks down the runway. And when we now try to promote this thing, it's always hectic. Too many clothes. You have to do a lookbook. You have to do a campaign. What are you pushing? You know, it's always a lot. And when 10 of the pieces of your 20 or 5 are hitting or 3 are, people are ordering more of those 3 and not ordering the other 17, you feel like you're failed. Because by every standard, 3 over 20 is failure.
Yeah, by academic standard.
By academic standard.
Yes.
And it used to worry me.
Okay.
Then, as a music lover, I started seeing a different trend in the music industry. In the good old days, it was albums and albums and albums. Then it turned to singles, single, before an album. Drop a single. Sometimes do a remix to the single.
So the single.
Before you drop the album.
To the single.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And it just hit me like, sometimes the album has 15 songs or 20 songs.
Yes. And you need to wait until you finish 20, 15 songs, put them in the single place, then you can release it. Now you can release as you go. Take feedback, correct, do collabo, change, remix.
You could do the same thing with fashion.
Indeed.
Why are you worried about your album? Drop a single. Drop one. Ooh. Push the one.
Ooh.
Let you see people's response to the one. You are focused on that one. Get feedback. If you did it in black, you may have to do a remix in red. Yes. You might have to do a remix in 2 colors. Yes. And once that hits, you now get another one. Because the truth about it is that if one is a hit, if you bring another one, people's attention are already up.
Yes. You got their attention.
Like, one is cool. The other one was really cool.
Yes.
I'm like, why don't you do that? Absolutely. So, if you have a drop every week, that's 52. You just showed the collection of 20 or 40. What if you made it once every week or once every 2 weeks is even good? If you to, that's 26 looks. You only need 26 pieces for the whole year. Absolutely. And then you have attention. Absolutely. And it could even be sort of a rhythm where people are waiting for every 2 weeks Tuesday for what is new.
So you get an appetite, an expectation that something is going to come every 2 weeks.
And there's a yardstick. You can measure what we did versus this one. What you did versus that one. You can now start doing the seasonalities. Oh, this will work for the December period. This will work for the February period. Oh, February is Valentine, so we can throw in a few red pieces, but that has to come out in January so they can order it for Valentine. All of a sudden, you have a rhythm. You're not pushing everything at the same time. You've designed everything, but you can push them when you want to push them. And I realized that would work nicely. But that is from the music industry. You see, it's this disruption. Now we do it in fashion. It's called drops.
Drops, yeah.
But you see, it's different.
Yes.
And this could even work for any other industry.
Any other industry, I'm sure it will work.
I could be a restaurant and say, we do amala on Tuesdays.
Indeed. Why you launch a whole menu? You can do Amala today.
So someone is just thinking that Amala Tuesday. It's those guys.
I go there.
You may have your Amala joint, but if it's a Tuesday one,
and I want to eat Amala, then I have to go here. Indeed.
So I think that you could, and is saying these things are good to start. So once you start building, you can move. But that's not disruption. So I pay attention to other industries. I like to understand when you tell me, oh, this is what happens in maritime. I'm like, tell me a little bit more. Let me understand. I may not be because I'm just trying to get a strategy out of it. It's like, let me even understand what this world is. If you understand that world, you may realize that, this can fit into my own world.
Where can I find a mixture between what I do and where I need to go and what's happening?
Because that's what's disruption. If you look at it, it was done somewhere. But it was just done in a different space or a different time, or it was done. So it's not like this just happened in the industry by itself. No, it was somewhere else.
It was somewhere else.
Yeah. So that's why I believe that disruption can also be learned.
Absolutely.
It can be harnessed. But what you have to do is think beyond where you are. And that's the problem we have. We are experts in one.
Yes.
If someone is talking about something and says, like, I'm shutting it down, I don't want to listen to it.
Yes.
I try as much as possible, even though it doesn't interest me.
Yes.
Just tell me.
Yes.
When are you doing so and so? I want to be there. Let me just observe. I was at Rema's album launch.
Okay.
I was out of place. I was the only guy wearing a suit and a tie. Everybody was wearing black and black.
Black and black, white and white.
Funny hair, this, that. And I'm a Rema guy. I mean, I came from work. As album listening, cannot be that bad.
Yes.
It was that bad. I had to stay behind and just watch. But again, it made me stay back and I was watching everything that was going on. I was seeing the guys, I was very into it. I could see the guys that were trying to understand it in the same place. Then the ones that were just vibing to it. And, I was seeing different behaviors away from the album. I could see how people were interacting with themselves. It started making me realize that, okay, if I was to manage Rema, what other product can I bring to life away from his music?
Exactly.
Where we have this 300 people gathered in this room right now, and we could have made money.
Money out of it.
And you didn't have to worry. And that's how my brain just started thinking. Would this guy buy a digital product from Rema? If Rema had a branded vape, would it work?
Will it work?
If he created his own vape flavor.
Yeah.
So when you're in this kind of thing, you're getting the vibe. You also get the vibe from the smoke you're getting.
And he releases a single with a vape flavor. And this is what I was
on
when
I was jamming this. And that's the storytelling. It's like create the experience because it is your world. He has created his own world of the the gingered guy, the guy with the vibe. You have to be in that zone. When I didn't match him. You are in a certain kind of thing. For someone to get you to that level, this is the vape.
Yes. To go to the
to take you there. Yes. Could he have his own cocktail at the point in time and put it in the PET can?
Wow. And give it
and it could even make that thing look like it is scarce. It is only available in a gathering of 500 and more.
Or sold in this type of place.
It's only sold in this gathering.
The price.
Yes. So you cannot access it when you're not there.
Yes,
so if I'm saying it's only sold in the gathering of 200 or more, people will gather as 200 or purchase. So your minimum order quantity is 200.
Yes.
Because it's supposed to be a vibe of 200.
Absolutely.
So if you bought it by yourself and you're like, it's not really a big deal. No, guy, you missed the point. There's no vibe.
There's no vibe.
You need 200 people.
You need music.
You need the vape. You need this. You have to create the atmosphere
first, before you enjoy it.
But at the end of the day, people will just still buy it as 200.
Yeah. At the beginning, I was asking you intentionally, innate, or you have to grind your teeth on it. Obviously, I know you have it in you. I mean, the works tell the story. And not for you now, because you have it, and it's very easy for you. For people that do not easily have it, how do you grind your teeth? How do you go to a Rema show and think fashion? And think, what's the next level? How do you connect FMCG to clothing and find value in it? How do you take the basics of the fundamental in FMCG, consumption, consumer, place, and all of that, and you find the opportunity for fashion in it? For you, I don't think you have it readily made.
Yeah.
You go, you have a curious mind. You are not scared to wear a jacket to a Rema show. Not everybody can do that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, for you, it's you have this type of high where you can connect different things. For a lot of people, it's not so. How can they start getting this type of behavior, this kind of habit, connecting and finding nexus between two things at the same time?
I think it's being inquisitive. I think it's being curious. You have to feed that appetite to want to know. And when I mean want to know, sometimes it's not just from reading, it's just from observing. Because I think my disadvantage is my advantage. I do not like to read. And I know I need to absorb. To absorb, I need to see.
Observe.
I need to observe. I need to see. I need to hear. Do you understand? So when something is happening, I'm thinking, oh, could they have done it differently? Even I'm saying what is working is right. Could I have done it differently? So it happens to me when I've been watching movies. I look at continuity. I like, oh, that wasn't there and that's there right now. Oh, they goofed.
Really?
Yes. Even, Nigerian movies always suffer in my hand because in many of those ones, the continuity is not in place. Yeah. But even in international movies, I'm looking at those things and saying, So some of the movies, I always do this game with myself. When it starts, I'm like, I'll tell you the bad guy, I'll tell you the good guy, I'll tell you the plot twist, I'll tell you how it's going to end.
Okay.
And once it starts, I'm like, this guy is dodgy, they planted him here. Okay. Or this person is not guilty, they just want to make him. It's a cover up to do this and that and that. And when it comes and I'm correct, I'm like, yeah, I'm correct. And sometimes I'm wrong. But it's interesting.
Absolutely.
Because in Nigerian movies, it's easier to catch them out. Because if they want a guy to be distracted, to distract you, he will start distracting you from the beginning.
From the beginning. And maybe even from the title.
It's a bit much, like, that's this guy. But, with the Hollywood movies, you may not be able to tell some of them.
Yes.
So it doesn't come that easy. But I do that. So it's my own things that I learn from observation. It's like, I hear this song, I'm like, sounds a bit like this song. And I'm looking for the song it sounds like, and I find like, okay, yes. And it's quite interesting that even now that I'm older, I was exposed to when I was younger, I was exposed to adult music. Okay. And then my older age, I'm appreciating the adult music even more. Then what I now do is that, that song was released in 1978. I will now go back and look for the other songs in 1978 that were hits when this song I now like were hits.
To understand the premise.
To understand the premise of
To understand the consumer mind.
What was going on
why this
then?
Was a hit. Okay.
Why was it so exciting? You start find other songs you now get to like.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Interesting.
One question. Are you a student of history?
I am not. I wouldn't say I am.
Just have a curious mind.
I'm just a curious mind. And I think a lot of things are around, entertainment and lifestyle. And sometimes the dots connect in some places. It's like sometimes it's a very, very thick line of connection. Sometimes it's soft and you just let it go. Sometimes it's very, very thick. Then you just try to learn and understand more from just observing. At the end of the day, it's like, even with me with fashion, okay, I started wearing my trousers a little bit higher now because they say, you wear your trousers on your belly button, that's your normal waist. And as a menswear guy, I started trying to wear it pretty uncomfortable. Okay. Then I realized that as I begin to try to adjust every other thing to fit it, by the time I get to my final destination, if I look at myself in the mirror, I am very well dressed. Everything drapes nicely. I now look old. Right?
Yeah.
I only look old because I am my dad's age when he dressed like this. Because the first time I noticed this kind of dressing, I was a child.
You were a child, and then you saw your dad.
I saw my dad dressed like this,
and
that was old.
Because that was the definition of old that you have.
My dad is old.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So then I'm like, oh my God, I look old. But you see, your dad was probably late 30s at the point in time, was probably 40s, which generally is not old, but you get what I mean? Because now I realize that, for the pants to stay on the waist properly, you have to wear suspenders. Once you wear suspenders every day, you're old. You get you're that old guy. You're that bougie supposed to be, but you're an older guy at the end of the day, So it's quite interesting that I see that. And I've noticed that even now with my fashion. So I'm walking up the stairs and my knees are pulling my trousers down like, the knees are too tight. I need to open it up a little bit. If I open up a little bit, open this, the other's like, before you know it, it's big. Okay. That's daddy's trousers. Do you get what I mean? So that's happening to me now. If I want to dress, I'll be just like someone in the 50s. And it's quite interesting. So it's like, if you put reason to every single thing that you say and not just consume it, you start to understand a little bit more. So when I ask people, do you watch so and so? Like, no, I don't watch TV. I'm like, okay. I think I've missed the point already.
You missed the point.
If you're in entertainment and you don't watch TV, you have missed the point.
What are you watching?
Do you understand what I mean? You want to be the best in what you do, but you don't know who did it before you.
Mm-hmm. And how it came to be. Absolutely.
But you want to be. I had a chat with a 20-year-old girl who's a photographer. Yeah. And I said, what do you want to do? She says she wants to study photography in the UK and show in the UK.
Okay.
I'm like, that's great. So how are you working towards it?
Okay.
She hasn't gone to school because she's working to save the money to go to the UK because her parents are not well off. I'm like, great. When did you finish school? He said 3 years ago. How much have you saved? He said nothing close to the school fees. And I said, so you're not going to go to school for the next 3 years? He said, why would you say that? I said, if you haven't made the money in 3 years, in 6 years, you won't have made the money. And in that 6 years, if you are going to school, you'd have graduated. Even if it wasn't photography.
True.
And that's when she sat back and started thinking, I know you're young, you're 20. I get it.
But
you have wasted 3 years.
3 years, yeah.
And you're potentially going to waste another 3 years.
Trying to save
because you will not have, for the next 3 years. Yes. So you could be in this conundrum for the next decade.
Yeah. Yeah.
I said, so you know what you do?
Yeah.
Go to school and go and study business.
Economics, business.
Because you study business, when you're a photographer, you know how to monetize your photography.
Yeah, absolutely.
Study something that will help you in your photography.
The resources.
Study mass communication.
Absolutely.
So you can move your photography from the artistic one to the commercial one and make some buck on the side.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
And you can study that with the money you have now.
Yes, actually.
And she was like, thank you very much. I'm like, okay, I'll see you in 2 years' time.
Okay.
And she's like, oh, yeah. I'll be watching out for you, don't worry.
Okay.
Because I said, and that's why a lot of people get things wrong when they're looking for mentors or coaches. You want someone to hold your hand
and tell you.
That's a coach, and it's very expensive.
Yes.
A mentor, we see you every now and then.
Yes.
I have a mentor. First time, we've only seen 3 times. First time we saw, he said, do 1, 2, 3, 4 things. When she had done, come back to me. Okay. I didn't do those 4 things in the 1 year. There was no need to go back to him.
Go back to him, yes.
When I did 3,
yes,
I said, I want to see you. I've not done 1, but I want to see you.
Okay.
He said, oh, very well. Okay, now, new task. Do this, and come back to me.
Okay.
Now, one of the things he told me to do was retail. I haven't still done retail.
Launch the retail side, yeah.
As I talked about retail now.
Spoke about it, yes.
By the time I do it, I will meet him next year.
Then you can go back. Okay.
Because in mentorship, half of the problem is in the doing.
Yes.
We think mentorship is someone who psych you up. That's your coach. It's your coach that goes, get up.
Yes.
Do this, do that, come back. That's a coach. You can't pay for a coach.
You can't pay for a coach, yes.
You can't pay for a coach to coach you to your business. You can't pay.
Yes.
It's too expensive.
Yes.
You know? So I believe that anyone that feels like they don't have it in it has to be very curious.
Curiosity.
Has to observe. Has to read. You know? Have to, they say this thing, when you look through the same keyhole but say something different.
Yes.
is like, look at the traffic in Lagos right now. Look at Ikeja bus stop.
Yes.
Right?
What can you see?
What can you see?
Different from the yellow and black. Different from the
Tell me what you
walking.
can see.
And if you cannot see something, go back again tomorrow.
And look and tell me, did you see the street light at the back that's not working? You didn't see it. Go back and look at that one, then come back.
Come back again.
At a point in time, you'll be able to tell everything.
Closing your eyes.
That is going to, and that's the difference between the average, I would say Nigerian or African, and the average foreigner.
Yeah.
When there's a crime, you ask the white guy, he will tell you the time.
That
He will give you an idea of the person's height, the color of the eyes, maybe the hair, but the person is just observing.
Yes.
But when you tell the average Nigerian to tell you what happened, it's a bit. So it's the observation. So I think you should observe more, and that could make a difference. And I was taught this test.
Okay.
Let me move this thing away.
Okay.
I was taught this test some time ago.
Yeah.
And it was a test to see how you work with your senses.
Okay.
2 people, blindfolded one.
Okay.
The other one had their sight.
Okay.
They put 20 things on the table.
Okay. Figure it out.
Right? They told the guy with the sight to come and look. Looked for a minute. And said, go away.
Okay.
The one without the sight come. There are 10 things on this table. Right? I want to try to remember as many as possible. So the person had to now touch everything one by one and started feeling things. And started feeling things. When we were done, they called the person that had the sight and said, tell us everything you saw. Because I saw this, I saw a recorder, I saw a this, I saw a that. So what we did for the person that didn't have sight was that when the person touched, we say, that's a pencil. So, okay. That's a this. Okay. Do you understand? So the person knew what they were touching. So you saw everything, right? So the one with the sight came forth and said, mentioned everything you saw. The person mentioned. The one without the sight, blindfold was off. I said, okay, now, mention what you saw. The person said, okay, there was this. Pencil. There was a bottle. There was a glass. Now that person is using another sense to remember because they are trying to remember from feel, from touch. But you only use your sight. All of a sudden, the person that was blindfolded remembered more.
I'm not surprised.
25% more
than the one that had the sight.
The one that had sight.
I'm not surprised. Observation.
And
using your senses.
So it is beyond one sense.
Yes.
So while you're looking at, you are listening, that's why you see, when you hear writers go like, the smell in the air was this, I passed this time. Yes. Those things mean something.
They mean something, yes.
So all of a sudden you can just start relating smell to this, sound to this, this. And that's how people communicate with you. It's not only by talking.
Absolutely.
By color, by this. So
by movement.
You can also, going back to what we said about being destructive, is like people can say, don't put black as a color of something you want to consume. And you can say, you know what, the only color I'm going to put in what I'm going to consume is black. Because that's going to make you remember me.
That I'm the guy.
I'm that guy.
The black edible guy.
And when should I eat and it's great, it's easy to describe. But that black thing there, Naim.
That's it.
It's that black thing. Yes. Which was, if you have watched the movie of Nike, it's called Air. It's on Netflix. In the NBA then, if you wore colored sneakers, you would pay a fine, I think it was $300 or $3,000 per game.
Per game, to wear colored sneakers.
To wear colored sneakers. They were signing Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
And the guy said, we'll pay the fine. We paid the fine, but what that gave you was stand out on the pitch every single time there was a game. They saw that thing.
They move the leg.
So you say, you know what? I'll pay ahead of this thing.
Wow.
And they paid the fine.
Wow.
And they got their standout immediately.
Wow.
Do you get what I mean?
Yes, absolutely.
So what fine are you paying?
Are you paying? You're not paying fine.
For standouts. Do you know what I mean?
You're creating a headroom.
There you go. So I feel like all these things work, and that was disruption again.
Yes, it is.
you know?
It is.
But they said, you know what? I can put a price on this thing. I think it will work for me.
Okay.
Those sneakers are still the highest selling
sneakers.
The Jordans are still the highest selling
sneakers
sneakers.
today. Interesting.
The guy stopped playing basketball. He's still making money off that thing. You know, so it's quite interesting. So I tell people, you need to open your mind. And it's not a hard task. If you go there trying to do it all very consciously and taking notes,
you're not there yet.
You're not there yet.
Yes.
You probably have to practice the mind.
Yes. And I like your example. I'll go back to your first example. You go to Kano, you go to Sokoto. You are looking for what is not lost.
I was trying to prove this person wrong.
But it made something out of you.
Yes.
And if I relate it to the examples that you gave, and because I'm not big on movie, I'm big on sports. So I watch football and I watch boxing.
Uh-huh.
And you know, in boxing I learn a lot from every fight.
Mm-hmm.
The way you look at movie and you're able to say this and that. When I watch a boxing game, I can read many things. The movement, the strategy behind the fight for this person. You know, and I will tell people about boxing and I will say, you know, boxing is not about how hard you can punch.
True.
It is not the first important skill. It's not the second. It's not, and somebody who never saw the game before or who's not a big enthusiast will say, what are you talking about? If I can get one punch.
Punching, yeah.
If I can get one punch. But look at all the champions. Look at people that are world champions today. You know, Usyk, Fury, for instance. When he was fighting Wilder, it wasn't about the punch. The problem is you will not land the punch. It's about reflex. It's about stamina. It's about enduring. How long you can much more than how hard
punch,
you can punch. I'm going back to your point on observing.
Yeah.
Because I relate all those things. Even in football, you fire a coach, you play well today, you do. I always find the connection between that and the real life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my question then is going to be, do you need a place of reflection to find the connection, or you are able to find it on the spot?
No, again, that could be both. But I think for a larger percentage of the time, it's always reflection. Reflection.
So sometimes you go like in the middle of the night or in the middle of the day, you say, guys, pause, go away from me. I need to write something. I can find something.
So this is how it works for me.
Yeah.
I'm on Instagram right now. I say anything I like. I screen grab. Screenshot. I keep screenshotting. Then when I have time, mostly when I travel, I just go to my phone. It's in flight mode. So I just start looking. If it doesn't connect to me again, I don't understand why I screen grab, I delete it. That means was it strong enough? But when I look at it like, yeah, that was a solid reason, so I keep it. The ones I look at, I'm like, why did I? And I think, and I don't remember, I let it go. So that's my reflection moment. Sometimes you end up being in somewhere and something keeps staying in your head. This is familiar.
I've seen this somewhere.
Familiar. So I give a good example now. I do renovations. I do decor for houses. I started with my own and stuff. I do my studio every single time. Yeah. And when I'm doing my studio, if there's somewhere I feel like it needs a little bit of something and I'm not figured it out, I don't do anything on it immediately.
You wait.
I just leave it.
Okay.
And I go out. I go to hotels, I go to restaurants and blah, blah, blah. I will see my world dimension in one of those places and something is done to it already.
And you connect it.
I'm like, that's what I need to do.
That's what I'm looking for. And I have a question here because it does happen to me as well.
Yes.
Do you know what you are looking for, but you cannot connect in your mind yet? Or you don't know it at all, and you're just finding the replica of it or something that can fit into it?
You know what you're looking for, but you don't know what it is.
Bravo. This is what I believe. I do believe we know, and then it's like you had a dream.
Yeah.
And then you cannot remember the dream. So you go around your day and, your normal activity, and then you go have a coffee with a friend and say,
that's it.
That is it.
It will click.
That is it.
So it's same thing to having a problem, looking for the solution to the problem. When
Absolutely.
You see the solution, that's it.
That's it. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
There's and I think that that's also an exercise whereby, I'm for me, the only thing I try to do is to always have a sense of urgency.
Okay.
Not to be in a hurry. It's two different things.
Yes.
Meaning that if you know and you figure it out, execute it.
Do it. Yeah. But you don't have to do it. You don't always have to do it.
Yes.
But when you are sure,
once you're sure, execute. Okay. Make it look like you had to finish it yesterday.
Yes.
Right? Because even as you do that, other things will come up. Absolutely. And you may have to modify a little bit. Yes. So if my customer comes and says, oh, I don't need it till December. Oh, we're starting now.
Okay.
We're starting now.
Yes.
Because we could start now and we could make a mistake.
Yeah.
So we have to
correct it. You offer yourself the time to correct it.
To correct it. You know, if you do not know, it's okay. But once you now know, there's no reason why you should
You have to finish it last night.
Yes, you have to. So the same thing says like everything is an open tab in your head.
True.
Waiting for what will shut it down. And once you close the tab, once you see it,
once you find it,
that's it.
Click it.
Because there are many unlocked tabs. Yes, there are many tabs open in your head.
Yes,
you do not know.
Yes. When you find
once you find what, close that one because there's another one. Close that one because there's another one. Close that one because there's another one.
Yes.
You know, and keep moving. So sometimes even when I have to fix things, I leave a lot of things unread on my WhatsApp. Okay. And when I have a minute, I'll go back. Okay, attend to this one, do this with this one, pay that, make that payment, You are sorted out, then you move on. You know, so make notes and just try to remember as much as possible. But I think it's also kind of like a practice.
I'm coming to that.
If you practice it, it will become a way of life.
A way of life. Yes.
And the practice, and again, I said it's not hard practice. It's soft practice. I go on Instagram and I see an outfit color combination worn by a lady. I'm like, oh, this would be nice if I were. I have this color of trouser. I got color. Okay, let me try it out. And I wear it and it's amazing. I'm like, okay, yeah, great. But I got it from somewhere. It could be from an interior where they put 3 colors together. I'm like, oh, I have that in a tie. I have that in a suit. I can do this combo. And you're like, oh my God, this, and you know exactly where it's coming from. So I tell my customers sometimes, I say that they only wear dark colors, gray, black, blue. That's what I wear. I'm like, I'm going to give you this purple to wear. Like, purple? No.
I don't. Calm down.
Trust me. Just wear this thing, right? I can guarantee you that you will get 5 compliments at a minimum when you wear it.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, trust me.
From someone that never wear bright colors.
Me. And guys, what I've done is the color is equally dark, but it's not blue.
Okay.
It's not gray.
Okay.
And it's not black.
Okay.
But now, because you do not wear color at all, to the onlooker, it is a color.
Yes.
But because it's not bright, they're not really seeing that the color. They just know there's a change.
Yes.
So I don't know what it is, but you look different
today.
Because in their head, it's still a dark color,
yes.
But there's something, it's kind of like brighter without being brighter.
Yeah. Compared to the base of what they know.
Yes.
Something different. Still in the same arena.
Yes.
But something different.
And it's a very small change. So that thing worked. People were complimenting me everywhere. I'm like, wait, because you are the template. I've given them your template. This is who I am. Every day. So if I do this small thing, and it's a small dial, they will notice it. Unlike me, if I wear a yellow suit today, it makes no difference. Right. It makes absolutely no difference.
Absolutely.
If I try to be stupid today by fashion, some people go like, there's a reason why he's doing it. I can see it coming. You know? So I tell people, just try every now and then. If you're a guy that wears white shirts all the time, try light blue in your suits. If you wear light blue and white, you know what? Try very soft pink one day. Just try it. And you'll be shocked what happens. You know? And it's just that whole thing. So I think it's something that you just need to practice and absorb and be open to things. Don't knock it. No, don't knock it.
I don't go there.
Don't never use the word never.
Never use the word never.
Never use the word never. Because you will get to a situation where you now have to do that and you realize you have said it so many times.
Yeah.
I tell people that if you have listened to me talk 10 years ago, please come and listen to me talk
because
again.
It's not the same guy.
Because sometimes some things that I said there with my chest could be totally useless now.
Yes. And you're right, by the way. And that's where growth comes from.
I was right at the point in time, but now looking back, like, your premise was right, your delivery was wrong.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Or you didn't do enough research in that thing that you said.
Yes, to reach that conclusion.
So people that are superior to you will understand what you're saying.
Yes.
Those are not superior,
You were
will just get
misled.
it wrong.
Yes. Yes.
You know, it's the thing I call the thing of the blind man leading the one-eyed man.
Okay. Disaster.
Yes.
Disaster.
It's the blind
At least
man.
you have one eye.
So the one-eyed man doesn't want to lose his sight.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So he's saying, please lead me. And this blind man is saying, come here. I saw it before. This is what it is. I don't want to do like that. Let me follow this guy. But the guy doesn't know what he's doing.
Because you don't want to use the one eye.
Because you want to use your one eye. You want to lose it. You don't want to use
Yes,
that. Let me manage it.
No,
No, use it.
Use it.
Use it.
Absolutely.
Like, you are intelligent and don't put yourself down.
Yes.
Use your, like, again, put your intelligence to test. If you put it to test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times and it's right every time you test it, then you are good at it.
Yes, you're good at it, yes.
Don't shy away from it because you have a self-esteem issue or people have shut you down before in the past. Say it, because it may not be right for the moment there. It may be right for another moment. I've been in situations when I was in corporate whereby I was, like I said before, I was very quick to say things. When I know this is wrong, then I'm the one that is wrong. Then I started realizing that, I think it was one of my marketing directors that told me, relax. Don't be the first to speak. Be the last. Listen to everybody.
Consider
before
their
you speak.
input. Yes. That's
You realize that when you have listened, then you probably say something that no one even observed. And it's always a good thing. That happened in one of my cases when I was working for British American Tobacco. It's very interesting. We did the research. The agency conducted this massive research and brought all of us to a session where they had to give us ideas of what happened. And when they started the presentation, we started from numbers. They were going on and on and on. And I kept saying there's something wrong somewhere. But I couldn't put my finger on it. Because it just felt too good. It was a bit too fluid. Everything was just, I'm like, wait, they had gone on and we broke for lunch. Okay. After lunch, we said to come and give us recommendations. At lunch, I was eating. Then the ball dropped. Okay. I'm like, okay, I ran back to the presentation, went back to the first 3 slides, and I saw the issue there. Really? I went back, had my lunch. We came back to the hall. Yeah. So let's go to activity recommendations for the shortfalls that you're having here. Can you go back to slide number 3? They're like, no. I said, please. Head of customer market was like, what's good? I said, sir, please, I have a point. And I go back there. I said, great. I said, this is your sample size of how many people? They said 3,000 people. You said the smoking incidence in Nigeria is 4%. Okay. They said, yes. So we took 4% of this sample size, and that's what we have used to extrapolate. They give us a number to do what we are doing and blah, 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 blah. Okay. I'm like, so this sample size represents, your 3,000 is the country. Yeah. Right? They said, yes. I said, okay. We have a fundamental flaw here. So what's the flaw we have? I said, the flaw is this sample size came from a biased sample. They said, no, there were independent people. I said, there were independent people at a tobacco event. It's not representative. It's not representative of the whole country. You invited people for a Benson and Hedges event.
And then you took 3,000 of them.
So as your universe.
Normal people.
That 3,000 is your 4%.
It's your 4%. you took your sample, a universe from your sample.
Exactly.
Instead of the other way
around.
Okay.
I said, so now that 3,000 is not 100%.
Wow.
That 3,000 is 4%.
Yeah.
So if now look at what you're trying to do and doing the 4% of the 4%, it's no longer substantial.
Wow. They didn't like you much.
And they argued it, and the head of customer marketing
they didn't like you much, yeah.
said, Yes. He said, you know what? We spent money for this hall.
Wow.
We paid for lunch.
Wow.
And Mai decides
To
do this
throw the grenade.
after our amazing lunch. For all that is worth, the agency should just recommend and we'll go to the office.
Really?
Just recommend.
Really?
I felt like a superstar.
Yeah.
And then he looked at me and went like this.
Thumbs up.
But it got to the end. So if you practice this, it becomes a gut feeling.
Yes.
Like something is wrong somewhere.
Yes.
Something is wrong somewhere.
Yes.
That also happened in another incident when I was working at Diageo. The same, similar kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I think that's where my background in research
Comes out.
Yeah. When I started understanding that percentage growth means nothing if you do not understand what your base
What
is.
your base is, because it can be 200% and it can be 2%, and 2% can be bigger than 200%.
Exactly.
This is statistics.
Because someone said that
also.
in the Southwest we grew by 70%.
Hold on.
It's like we grew by 70%.
Yeah.
Compared to the Southeast that only grew by 1%.
Hold on.
Uncle, hold on. What's your base?
Base. Okay.
Your base is 100. Their own base is 500,000.
We're not talking about this.
We're not comparing onion for onion.
Absolutely.
Right? And that was very interesting to me because when you talk percentage in terms of volume, the next thing I want to ask you, what is it in terms of value?
Value, yeah, you need to bring something to
when you now see value, I realize that it's not working.
It's not correlating. Yes.
It's not correlating.
Yeah.
So I think my research background really helped
you. Yeah.
I think, and that was the one thing I hated that they manipulated me to get into. So I say I'm a marketing information analyst. I'm like, people bamboozled me, but now that I got there, I was like, this is interesting.
Can you connect that role to your observing skills?
Yes.
And that's where I'm
110%.
Because you spoke about curiosity, you spoke about observing, you spoke a little bit about reflection.
Yeah.
And quiet moment. Then you spoke a little bit about discipline. You have to do it. You have to get
it
done.
Of course, yes.
And my next question is going to be, how do you know when you're making progress for a lay guy, for guys starting up, trying to build this disruptive mindset or skill?
Yeah.
How do you know when you're making progress?
I think I said it before. It's like when you find out that
your views
several times that you have interrupted the flow makes sense to whoever is convening.
Yeah.
Then you're doing something right.
Bravo.
And it's quite interesting because I take it for granted sometimes because I'm not very strategic in breaking down what I know or my experience. I don't have the cash freezes.
Yeah, okay.
I'm very practical.
Okay.
So when I want to explain something, like I said, when I was saying something, I think, this is the first time we connected.
Yes.
That the curiosity that I'm saying right now, but if I was to put my key learning points, I would have been able to say the curious learner does the that.
You're not the typical marketing guy.
I'm not that guy.
Yeah.
Do you know that?
Cash phrase.
So I'm not the cash phrase guy.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to get my hands dirty guy.
Yeah.
So I think for the number of times you now say these things and you see that there's a positive response, and it could be you practicing by yourself at home with a movie or something.
Yes.
And saying that the outcome is going to be this. Yes. Or the outcome is going to be, or somebody that does really, really well and look for the behind the scenes of how they do what they do. So I almost feel like there's almost nothing I cannot do if I'm exposed to it for just a bit, just to understand.
To observe.
Do you understand? If I say, I want to really do this thing now, put me in this space.
Yes.
Equip me what you have to equip me with. Let me learn. It's either it comes to me easy or comes to me hard.
Either ways it comes.
It will come to me.
Yeah.
It will come to me.
Yeah.
So I feel like do not be scared to be wrong.
This is very important in the new age.
Yes.
Where everything is perfect or presumed perfect.
Don't be scared to be wrong.
Perfection is presumed.
And the beautiful thing about being wrong, when you are wrong, laugh at yourself and say it out loud. Tell people the story of when you were wrong.
Yes.
It stops hurting you.
Yes. And
it stops hurting you. And you learn from it.
You move on to the next one.
You move on to the next one.
Yes.
Don't let that, because that's when you are failing and you're not talking about, you're not accepting the failure.
But this is something that the world needs to learn. And this is an all new podcast, This is something that...
And it's a difficult one. Because I was talking about, I do bridal.
Yeah.
But if I had 40% of the bridal market years ago, now I have 0.5% of it.
So the market grew.
The market grew, but I'm not even a major player in it anymore.
I'm a niche.
Other people have taken over. They're doing more.
Yeah.
Right? But I'm not embarrassed or ashamed to say that.
That your market share went down.
That I went down. That this lady is better than me. This one is better than me. Right? For what they do for the people that they do it for.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
There is strength in accepting that, because that will give you a chance to say, you know what?
There is.
What else can I do if I cannot do this?
If I cannot
as
win.
well as these people. Because I have a skill set that I can win with.
Yes.
See what I mean? So don't lock the box and go, I'm not doing this again.
Yes, absolutely.
Within bridal, there's something you learned
Yes.
that you cannot put into menswear.
Into menswear, like you said.
You can put into women's wear.
Yes.
You can use to create a whole new area.
Or retail.
You know, it won't just go away. And you have a skill set that is transferable. Do you get what I mean? You can use it for something. If you're not actually making the gowns, you can now say, you know what? 5 things you have to be aware of before you purchase your gown. I'll be giving you girls talks on that. I'm an OG. I see people make mistakes. So the 5 things you have to do. So if you want consultation on the things you have to do before you get your dress, come to me. I'm monetizing that immediately. So when you actually go and you're having challenges and go like, this is what is happening at this point, you're like, no, tell the person this, or that. All of a sudden, if I keep doing that, I may be authority. Before they even go and decide, I want to make my dress with this person, they'll come to me first. And I cannot go and make the designers listen. I'm the go-between, so you have to deliver. If you're not going to deliver, I won't recommend you again.
More like the doctor and the pharmacist.
Boom.
Okay.
So that's a skill set that you can actually push if you are ready to push that. Because you already have the skill. You already know that if you're getting married, you have to get this ready by so and so time. This is what you have to do and so. So are you getting married in the hall? Are you getting married in a redeemed church? There are restrictions to this. If you want to beat the restrictions, this is what you should do to your gown. Then after that, you can change this to this.
What you're saying, you say, if I cannot be the best, I'll be the first.
Yes.
I'll create a new airdrop.
I will create, like you say, if I'm not welcome to the table, I will create my own table.
And this takes some discipline.
It does.
And it's not for lazy mind.
Oh, no, it's not.
Because
but
you
again,
need to engage yourself.
You have to accept
yourself.
where you are at and say,
Yes,
okay,
yes.
I want to go this way.
Yes.
So I tell people that at the end of the day that when you see a lot of people being coaches, life coaches or business coaches and stuff, first of all, you're not run the business you're talking about. Please shut up.
I'm a big fan of that.
If you haven't run the business,
I'm a big fan of that.
You have not sat in the role of being a brand manager. Don't tell me about branding.
Motivator, a cheerleader.
Don't do that.
Yeah, it's disastrous.
And I tell people that the person that is telling you what to do and how to do without having done it, the only skill that they have is communication.
Yes, nothing more than that.
In addition to that, they may have research skill.
And maybe a little bit of confidence.
Oh yeah, that was very important.
That's very
important.
And confidence. Yeah, okay.
And that's what they're using to sell to you.
Yes, I'm a big fan of that.
They've not done the dirty work.
No.
But they will tell you that the reason why Pepsi beat Coca-Cola was these things.
They've not.
The reason why Coca-Cola went from this to this was this.
But they don't have equity. They don't have the authority to even open the conversation.
So I say, your content creator is not an expert. He's not an expert in the content that he's creating. He's just good at communicating the content,
the message. That's it.
When the expert speaks, you will know.
That's good.
They don't bully you with big words and energy and confidence. They don't do that. No.
But they get to you.
But they get to you. Because the guys that are selling to you, half the time, they're high-pitched. In Nigeria, there's also a God factor. They cement it with God.
Yes.
So that way you are vulnerable. Yes. Because they know religion is a big thing.
Religion is a big thing. Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Once they have those things going for them, they've got you in a chokehold.
And religion is insurance.
Oh, yes.
In case it goes wrong or right. It's not me.
They have you in a chokehold.
Yeah.
And although when I said that, someone challenged me, and she said, but what happens when you are the expert, you do not speak? It's not their fault, it's your fault for not speaking.
For not speaking up.
Because if you spoke, those guys will not speak.
They will see themselves in the mirror.
They wouldn't speak.
Yes.
They'll be very quiet. So if you choose not to speak, you are the cause.
You cannot be more correct on that.
And when she said that, I was like, I hereby eat my humble pie. I leave things. But like I did say, it's like you always have to look for a way to morph yourself regardless of the situation you're in. And I think accepting your failure and telling your failure to your face and laughing about your failure to your face, I think is a huge step. It almost feels like, again, I'll make reference to movies and music. There's a movie that Eminem did called 8 Mile, where it was rap battles. And he got to a point, he looked at the guy that I wanted to battle with. And the whole thing about battling is that you diss yourself, you have yourself.
You get the other person tends to.
And he looked and like, he went first. And what did he do? He insulted himself from beginning to end.
Nothing to insult on me again.
He dissed himself from beginning to end, from his birth to where he was standing right now and everything.
Really? So
and when he was done dissing himself, he now looked at the guy and said, if you have something to speak, now it's a good time to speak.
Okay.
The guy was like,
I said everything.
And that was it.
Bravo.
Because the premise of that was to diss me. Now I've dissed myself.
I took out your ass.
Okay.
I took out your
go.
Ass. That's it. Good.
Go.
Good.
And that was the end of it.
Good.
That is me sharing my failure in public. So what's new?
Nothing.
You know about it already.
Yeah. And after that, I can only get better.
I can only get better. Absolutely. He won the battle.
Of course.
He won the battle.
Listen,
that's another example of showing you that do not be scared to put your failure in public. You'll be shocked that somebody will look at you and say, you are a failed designer, but I saw what you did with this and that and that and that. Come and be a product designer for me. Come and design this product for me.
Yes. Mai, thank you very much for coming on the show. I mean, we can talk for the next 1 hour.
I know.
About that. Really, thank you for coming on the show. I think we've learned a lot from you, from your practical experiences, connecting the dots, observing, curiosity, discipline, and I will also say your ability to see beyond the surface.
Yeah.
This speaks a lot. I hope a lot of people will listen to this and they'll get inspired to take
I hope so too.
Steps that you have saying. One thing that cuts across for me is if you don't have anything to do, go to the bus stop, look and observe. And if you don't find something, go back again.
Go back and look.
Thank you, Mai. It's a
pleasure.
Thank you
very much. It was really fun.
Yes. Thank you very much.
I enjoyed it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
My pleasure.